You start or me start?
You could start.
Hello, my name is Cooper.
I am John.
And this is CJ Fit. Oh,
CJ.
shit. Sorry. God damn it.
All right, one more.
What is up? My name is Cooper.
I am John.
And this
is
CJ Films. Look at that.
There we go.
Are back at it again with another review. This week, we are doing Mickey 17.
Yep.
This is truly a movie that I believe has been slept on.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest.
For sure. Like we were talking earlier. It left theaters pretty quick.
Yes.
It came to streaming platforms pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. It was one of those that we heard it was delayed quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Reshoots after reshoots, delay, push it back. I didn't think the movie was going to come out.
No, same. To be honest, if it never did, I would have never known about it until somebody told me about it.
Right.
Because like you said, you were keeping up with it.
Yeah, I was. I like Robert Pattinson. I also follow a couple YouTuber channels that were talking about this film, whatnot, and yeah, I didn't think it was going to see the light of day.
Yeah, and I'm glad it did. What I hate is that I never did go see it in theaters.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, damn, man, this.
I should have seen it in theaters.
Like when all them the creepers are like running through the snow, I'm like, man, this would smack on the big screen.
Exactly. The coloring of this whole movie is like beautiful.
It was,
and I love the. You didn't see sunshine until the end of it.
Yeah. You're right.
And the sun, it looked very clean.
Even the flashback scenes, it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Until now.
I guess we should say this first. This is also we're gonna be diving into spoilers.
Yeah.
There will be spoilers, so if you care about that, subscribe and come back to us after you watch the movie.
Yeah. It's been out for a while, but if that does bother you, come back, watch the movie, come back.
Exactly. Now, John, what were your thoughts on it?
I loved it. I thought it was really good. There were moments where I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be good. Mainly like the first, first 40 minutes, it was like up and down. And then kind of like when you get to the moment where
it explains,
you find out that they remade the clone. The other clone's alive. Mickey 17 is still alive. They have Mickey 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, okay. And the whole clone thing where like you start to see personalities kind of like overlap each other.
Yep.
I think that's what made the one dude start killing that they were talking about in the past.
Yeah.
Because then when Mickey 18 appeared, he was way different.
Yeah, like he was kind of full of himself.
Yeah.
In a way.
Granted, he still had the memories of Mickey 17 and him being left behind and whatnot for dead. So I get the aggression.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie was really solid.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
What I got out of the whole Mickey 18 was how like he had the memory. Mm-hmm. Well, do you think he had the memory of him being left behind? Because they never backed it up.
That's why he was gonna kill what was his name?
The
Invincible. Tilo.
Oh shoot, what was his name? Oh, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, that's why he was gonna throw him down the
That's
burner,
why he was gonna do it.
Like,
okay.
He left us for fucking behind, you know what I mean? Like
that's true.
We're gonna kill him.
Yeah. I think that could have been his final breaking point, but
Same.
also I feel like he also looked at Mickey 17 as like cause he could like physically see himself on like you're such a pussy.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
fuck you, just do it.
Right, that's what I was gonna say too. He kind of looked at him like a bitch maid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like do something about this, man. Like
yeah,
you know why do you want to keep dying over and over and over and
take charge?
Yeah, take charge, and it was solid.
That, and then I believe so. Okay, so I love how at the beginning you learn the whole backstory.
Yeah,
of like like out of everything, what was the food that they made the restaurant?
Macaroons.
Macaroon.
Yeah.
They had a macaroon business.
Yeah,
and
which
then
is so odd to have.
That was like what?
I mean, I get it. Macaroons are fire, but he was like, my friend Tylo made me think that macaroons were going to extinct hamburgers. It's like one's a fucking dessert and one's a One's actually a meal, like food you can digest every day if you want to, not get diabetes.
I do love how pretty much it was explained how they got to space on like they're on the run.
Yeah.
And I thought it was actually hilarious how the guy managed to get somebody up there with him to go chase them down if they did.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's kind of a stretch, I feel.
Yeah, same. When they got that letter, and it was like, I think they were doing this on purpose for like a red herring, but I kind of thought Nash was gonna be the accomplice.
True.
Because when she's sitting there in the cage and like he's reading the letter, it's paneled on her, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Was this a trick the whole time?
That would have been very interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they would explain why automatically.
Yeah, she looks at him in the cafeteria, but I was like, okay, they both really don't give a fuck about the higher ups, this whole
they're just living life at the moment.
They're just living life, trying to find themselves in space.
But no, so they pretty much they got to get onto the ship to get off the planet, and excuse me.
No, you're good.
The sequence going into there, and then the whole like, hey, you're like explaining like this is what you're doing now. We're gonna pretty much use you to figure out all this shit. Which, to be honest, is something I could see us doing in like the future, because how they used them to come up with a cure for the place.
That was cool.
Yeah, I really like that, and I was wondering because I didn't expect them. Well, I guess you kind of can expect it. It took a lot of Mickeys to get to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd say it took from like 8 all the way to like 17. It took them a while. Would you be expendable?
No, I don't think I could do it.
You don't think you could do it?
I don't think I could physically go through the pain of like, oh, let me get a virus in me that'll kill me slowly.
Yeah, you're right. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Granted, I say that, and I'm John 33, and I'm like, man, I hate life.
I don't know if I could deal with the whole. Well, at that point, it becomes like a like torture.
Yeah,
in a way.
And I think that's a big reason why Mickey 18 is like, fuck this, dude.
Yeah, because it's like life is very precious, and when you get to like Mickey 10, you're like, oh well. I'll just be printed out tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, you kind of lose your interest.
Exactly. You lose all like human in you and whatnot. And granted, Mickey 17, I think he was ready to die, but then when he was saved, he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then that's what I think changed his whole mindset on it. But no, Mickey 18 was like, nah, just get out of here.
What was your thoughts on the aliens? I liked the aliens.
I really liked them. They were really cool.
I thought it was like a roly-poly kind of
It was
alien.
like a mole.
Yeah. And plus the twist, I mean, I could see it coming that they were going to be friendly. They are on their planet.
Yeah, true. Which, in a way, the way they did it at the beginning to where like it shows Mickey 17 getting like when they got over his body and they don't show it.
Yeah,
pretty much like, all right, unless they're gonna die, they will show it on camera. If it's an off-screen death, then it never happened.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. Did they explain why they went to space in general? Was it to like find a new home?
The guy who lost the elections was trying to. He was so what do you call it? Obsessed with occupying another planet and exploring out to there with his money instead of helping the world now.
Right.
Which, granted, the world wasn't going to shit at all.
Right. Yeah.
He was so up on his own high horse because he's lost the 2 elections. So he's like, oh, what else can I do? I can go be my own president up here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty much that it just shows what kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
And when you lose 2 fucking elections,
I hated him.
He was so annoying.
I'm like, dude, you are a cuck. Like, he would think of something, and then his wife would be the devil in his ear, like, well, do this. I'm like,
she's obsessed with the sauce.
And it was just blood.
Is that all it was?
It was just blood. So, like, when Luco was the alien, they captured this baby alien, Luco, she cut off half of his tail.
Mm-hmm.
And then blended it and said, try my sauce.
Yeah.
It was just
Well, I
alien
mean,
blood.
before, she was always like talking about sauces. Like
yeah,
when Mickey was in there eating the dinner with him.
and another thing is, did they give that same meat to Kaya? Because remember, she was invited
She's
to.
the neat.
Yeah, but like.
No, I don't think so because it was a big old test. They just use it as a test.
Right. Okay. I gotcha.
I think because it wasn't they. I don't know because the whole doctor, everyone came in like they were testing something.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're doing this. Like,
What else is he gonna say? Oh, I mean, this is going towards the ending, but like, I really liked the ending with yeah, I thought it was funny when they were in the like cave.
Yeah.
And he was talking to him, and he was like, "So, can you really pop our eyeballs and our brains and our eardrums? Do it right now." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Are they all gonna die at the end?"
Yeah, I thought the baby was gonna do it.
And then he just roars and burps, and I was like, "Okay, dude, this is."
It was a good little comic relief.
My kind of movie.
The part that this is like what we said on the Bring Her Back, how that movie did to where you didn't have to do any homework after you watched it. This movie, you kind of do because I have to now look up, which granted I didn't do it before this, which I should have. I believe the Mark Ruffalo's character, the leader, the dictator guy, he was in a cult before they left, and they were bringing the cult up to the...
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe, too, with the whole counselor.
Well, that, and they kept saying church, and it's like...
Yeah, and they showed the pin of the church.
The pin of the church, and what were they calling it instead? It was the church, then they corrected...
I think it was the committee.
This fucking Canada Dry. Goddamn.
Canada Dry, don't make your throat dry.
Committee.
Yeah, I think it was a committee.
So, at that point, it's like, okay... What I put together before I looked anything up, is that like, okay, before they went to space, pretty much he joined a cult, or he was in a cult, and they're just starting a whole fucking cult up in space.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe as well. He wanted to be, like what we said at the beginning, he wanted to be this leader of this planet. And if he had those people behind him that trusted him because of said cult, then everything would work out for him.
Yeah, and in a way, it was kind of, he led it like a cult.
He really did.
Because the whole, only this amount of calories, no sex, all this, and only him can do the deeds and whatnot.
Yeah, because every time he was on screen, bro, he was a horn dog. Like, he was like, the aliens are just, they're lust.
Yeah.
What? The roly-poly.
that whole bullshit.
And then when he's on camera, you can't see him, like, waist down because he's, like, on the television. But, I mean, we could see him because it's from his point of view. He's just rubbing up on his wife's thighs. She's wearing this silky shit. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, so you are the cult leader. You can have sex. You can eat the meat, but we have to eat this gray sludge.
Yep.
And fucking tar cookies. I don't know what those were. They did not look appetizing whatsoever.
Pretty much space food and whatnot. It was pretty much MREs.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, no, the whole fact that it was, and the way they got taken down was because they were recording like the way you guys were leading. So in a way, I'm glad other people caught on.
Oh yeah, me too.
And helped take back over the whole ship and whatnot. But no, I'm fully believing that it was a cult, and that's why they were documenting it, narrating their own like what happened here this day.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that would explain the whole video cameras and then the giant diamond that they were going to carve their names in.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's what I got out of it.
There was something else I thought was cool. Oh, the translator. The translator was pretty cool. Able to speak to the aliens, because not a lot of movies don't do that. They just kind of dive in and they're like, "Okay, you're bad or you're good. We'll kill a couple of you." And they're like, the mama was like, "Well, you killed one of us. If you kill another one, we're gonna kill all of you." Yeah, I saved you.
Yeah,
but like
it was pretty much. I think the whole save you part was more of a get the fuck out of my cave.
Yeah, I think that too. At first, when I think this wasn't like it wasn't said, but they kept talking about duplicates, or what do they call them? Was it duplicates?
Multiples.
Multiples. That's what it was. I think all the aliens shared feeling, because when one was cut, they all started throwing up, not throwing up, but like growling outside and
Yeah, they could.
whatnot.
They could probably.
And I was like, I think these are multiples, except the mama, because we didn't see no other big papa. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's also true. It's either that or it's like a, whatever you call those. Like they can lay their own eggs and they don't need.
I forget the word.
If anything, it's like that, or it was the whole they heard it or they heard it screaming, and that's why
that too, because they seem to have echo hearing. Like
yeah. Which, granted, I could also see the whole like they could all feel it because they all did act the same when it was going to shit. So I could definitely see that. I could also see them like the whole. There are also multiples as well. Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out the whole the guy who was a serial killer when he was a multiple.
Yeah.
So what was it the same thing with Mickey 18? One was just more effed up.
I think the more he duplicated himself and the more conscience that they were sharing, because I thought they maybe shared the same kind of consciousness and same thoughts, but once I got to like get a hold of Mickey 18 compared to Mickey 17. I was like, no, I think the more they're alive, the more that they share like the same space in existence.
True.
I think the newer copies go more insane.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're kind of like sharing the consciousness and in a weird way.
I could see that. Well, okay. Also, Kai, did she duplicated herself? Was that a Kai duplicate but just shaved head?
No, I don't think so. I think she just found
just another random girl,
a new lover.
It looked like her.
It did. At first I thought it was Jessica. Like
true.
they somehow copied Jessica, but I was like, well, they probably don't have no file or memory in the memory device to copy her. I was like, I don't know. I think she just found a new girlfriend.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, because at first I was like, which, granted, I could definitely see him letting that one slide, but I don't know. The way they were going about multiples, I could definitely see them not doing that. But other than that, the movie looked phenomenal. The story, the pacing was good.
The pacing was, fucking one of the best things about the movie, honestly.
I appreciate it took about 20 minutes to get to the title card.
Yeah,
at the
me
beginning.
Too. And then the end title card.
Where it went away from numbers.
Yeah, and then it flips to his last name, which is Barnes, Mickey Barnes.
Yes.
I clapped in my room. I was like, yeah.
It was such a wholly good moment. Gosh, Dan, is Canada dry?
Well, it was. I mean, it's sci-fi, but it's also like,
it made it more human.
Yeah, it made it more grounded rather than like sci-fi. But it was a comedy too, because there was a lot of good, funny moments.
There were some good funny ones.
Robert Pattinson carried the movie. I wouldn't say carried because the girl who played or portrayed Nasha, whatever her name is, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo's character hated the
which means he's good.
Yeah, did a phenomenal job. Same with the chick in Hereditary, the mom. She played Mark Ruffalo's wife. Hated her. But I hate people who hold on to certain movies and they're like, oh, that character will always be that, or that actor or actress or actor will always portray that character in my mind. So like Edward from Twilight, for example. A lot of people can't look at Robert Pattinson as Batman because he did Twilight. But man, that was 20 years ago almost. Give it a rest. If you don't like Robert Pattinson or you don't think he can act, go watch this movie.
Bro,
because
he is a phenomenal actor.
When both Mickeys are on screen and one is completely different from the other, his acting chops are just out of the roof. And it's phenomenal. I'd give the movie, honestly, like an 8.7, maybe 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
I honestly, this it comes in a good Like, because if we're going, because honestly, it almost beats Bring Her Back.
Yeah, dude. Like it was.
It makes me want to lower my score for Bring Her Back.
It was really fucking good.
I would also, I would give this one a 9.5.
Yeah, I agree.
Over that one, and nothing wrong with Bring Her Back.
No.
I honestly
movie.
appreciated and enjoyed this story more.
Yeah.
Granted, it was sci-fi, and I'm a sucker for sci-fi.
Yeah, me too. I like sci-fi. My dad loves it, and he don't watch too many movies. He does, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't like going. Like he hasn't been to the movie theater in probably 15 years. But last time I probably went with the movie theater with my dad was junior high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not his vibe. He's not a socialized kind of guy. But I was telling him about this one. I'm like, hey, you really like this movie, Mickey 17. He's like, huh, what's that on? And I'm like, HBO. It's like where he clones himself. He's like, oh yeah, I already watched that. That shit was good.
That's awesome.
I'm like, hey. Awesome.
The last movie I watched with my dad was Jackass 3D.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think, dude, mine might have been like, I don't know, dude. Honestly, I know
it could have been Mickey 17.
Right? Yeah, it could have been shit. I went to go see Iron Man with him. I mean, that was forever ago. He was the one who introduced me to Marvel.
Oh, there you go.
You know, he don't like that shit. He took me when I was a kid.
He knew you'd like it.
Yeah, and that started.
There
everything.
you go. Yeah, it started the snowball effect.
Yep.
But yeah, I would highly recommend this movie, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm glad it came to HBO when it did.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I definitely would have bought it regardless of like if it was on Prime or whatever. I wanted to go see it in theaters, like we explained, and I wish I would have.
I don't know what stopped me from going.
Yeah, same. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it just wasn't time.
Probably
to watch
reviews and shit. People are harsh when movies are good.
Because they were not review bombing, but there was a lot of like, oh, this movie did not do good, which sucks for the whole cast and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
it's a good film
for sure. Yeah, solid film. Highly recommend. I would go out and buy this if I didn't have the choice to watch it on a streaming device. I might go buy it if I see it in theater. Or if I see it in
definitely
Walmart
buy
or
it
something,
and then add it to my little movie collection.
Yeah, once it definitely adds to the collection.
It's an awful look. We'll get a whole bookshelf at this point. Well, if you enjoyed, hit a like, subscribe. Definitely go check out this movie. We highly recommend it.
HBO Max. Sponsor us.
I wouldn't be mad. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.